Welcome to Ripon Tiger Football on the Ripon Channel, 93.1 FM, AM 1600, The Wave. Tonight we bring you a game from Berlin as the Tigers take on the Indians in one of the longest ongoing rivalries in the state of Wisconsin high school football. I'm Howard Hansen along with Marty Ernster, and Marty, it is quite a feat to be playing as long as these two teams have been in the same conference.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot anymore simply because the WIA Board of Control often just realigns conferences, it seems, about every other month.
It's job security.
Yeah, so, good point. Look busy. So, it is, and it's kind of a neat thing. The problem, if you're a Ripon Tiger fan, it hasn't been too kind on the win-loss column for a number of years.
Yeah, at least the last decade has belonged to the Berlin Indians, that is for sure.
And tonight, let's stay on that theme. You got 0-2 Ripon comes into Berlin. That's 2-0. They've defeated in a close game previous ECC rivalry, the Wolves of Winneconne, just down the highway, in a close game, and then routed Wautoma Hornets a week ago last night. Meanwhile, Ripon's been doing what? They opened up their season at Watertown Luther Prep. While it was close for a while, in fact, Ripon scored first. That pretty much would be the only scoring for the Tigers, and but Watertown Luther Prep Phoenix walked away with it. And then last week at home, our home opener with Kiel, another foe that we have yet to knock on the door. And
0-5 against them now.
Yeah. So that's what the task is for the Tigers tonight, is to upend the favored Berlin Indians tonight.
And, it's not going to be an easy task as, with this rivalry, Ripon has pounded Berlin a few times, and Berlin under Coach Joe Stellmacher has been returning the favor the last several years. So it not a great thing going on. But last week, let's touch a little bit on that with the Kiel. A good first half by the Tigers. It was 3-0 at the end of the half, but then the horses got out of the barn for Kiel, and they just had their way with Ripon.
Well, like you said, Ripon played good enough to be down by a field goal, though scoreless, but only down by 3 at half, and in a good kickoff return, took it out to their own 40 to start the second half, Kiel, the Raiders. And next thing you know, 6 plays later, they're in the end zone, all on the ground. And then from there, the 10-0 lead there just snowballed by the end of the third quarter, and Ripon never really established themselves and got back into it. The lone offensive damage by the Tigers was provided by our non-starters against their backups as well for Kiel. So, and there was some good news there. The guy that I want to talk about in the first 2 games for the Tigers, when I look at Gannon and Stellmacher on both sides of the ball, both at Watertown Luther Prep in our inaugural game to start the season, and then the home opener that we just spoke about against Kiel. He's done very well. He's got a couple picks. He's a sure tackler on the defensive side of things, and offensively he's come up with big pass catches in both of those games. So I can't say enough about what Gannon Stellmacher, I think, has meant to this ball club in terms of leadership by example.
Well, and, you don't expect him to be that wide out that he's become because he is a smaller running back, and he's known for his speed coming out of the backfield, so it's good to see. But, well, we'll turn around and take a break here and catch the Coaches Show with Coach Mark Bradley on the Ripon Channel and 93.1 and FM AM 1600, The Wave. Welcome to the Ripon High School Coaches Show. I'm Howard Hansen. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Ripon Channel, 93.1 and AM 1600, The Wave. Tonight we have Ripon High School football coach Mark Bradley, and he's brought along Brent Brock, one of the offensive defensive linemen for the Tigers. And Coach Bradley, you want to turn around and just talk just a little bit about last week's game? It was kind of a tale of 2 halves. At the end of the first half, you guys were trailing 3-0, and a well-played first half, and then just kind of got away in the second half there. Let's talk a little bit about that first half. You guys were right on top of them.
Yeah, we were right there with them, and the defense really played a great first half, made a lot of nice stops, a couple big plays over there that they were able to help us keep the ball or get the ball. And so it was a really good first half for them. Even though that we gave them some bad field position and stuff, and they really did a good job of being aggressive and coming off the ball and attacking downhill. So that was good to see. Offensively, we had some good plays, and then we do something that would kill us and put us in a hole, and so we just could never keep a drive going. Even after we'd get a big play, then we'd have offsides, holding, misread, things like that we're still trying to figure out and shore up in that. And we just have to do a better job of sustaining those drives to, one, keep our defense off the field, and two, to put points on the board to put more pressure on their defense.
And keeping the defense off the field, I think that was the biggest part of the second half is we weren't able to do that, and we saw the exhaustion set in, the cramping and that aspect, and that's where the game kind of changed from that point.
Yep. And, our guys that are going both ways, that's a lot of, wear and tear on them, and, and they have to stay hydrated and get plenty of fluids and stuff, so then we don't get the cramping and things like that. And, but the kids all played hard all the way through, and, and at this point, that's what we can do is just keep playing hard no matter who's in, and just keep going.
That's a big deal there. Coming up this week, Berlin. You don't have to say much more than just that one word. If you're in Ripon High School or a Ripon High School graduate, it means just about everything. What are you guys doing this week to prepare for Berlin? Because it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, we're just trying to continue to be aggressive and, work on the mistakes that we had in the last week. And, the kids know what this game means, and, and it'll really mean a lot to the group and the team to get a victory, against Berlin, and, and so anytime there's a rivalry game, everything is up for grabs. And so that's kind of what we're looking forward to, is just coming out and playing hard and giving it the best we have.
That's decent. Brent, you play both ways in the trenches. Yep. And like they say, the game is always won in the trenches by you guys. How tough has it been the last two games for you guys? You've gone up against some pretty big boys.
Yeah, we've had some pretty big guys, but, we work pretty hard in practice on our technique, so we hold our own. Sometimes we're getting double teamed by guys that are twice as big as us, and that's the scheme of our defense is we're just there to take up blocks, and the linebackers are to come up and make the plays.
As it should be.
Yeah.
You get no glory. Right. And this is probably going to be the most of it for the season of what you're going to get for the Attaboys. But it really is nice to watch you guys down in the trenches, especially from being up above. You had what I thought was a very good game last week, flying around and making quite a few tackles defensively. That had to have felt pretty good.
Yeah, this is my first year playing defense again, so I'm having fun doing it.
I was going to say, it's fun playing defense when you get to initiate and hit somebody instead of being hit. This is your fourth year playing against Berlin.
Yep.
What does that mean to you?
It means a lot more than a normal game. I've never beat them in football, so hopefully this year's the year, senior year, go out beating them.
That would really be
that'd be
a good deal, a good way for you guys to go out on. Coach, how did you guys come out of last week's game injury wise? I know there was a lot of cramping going up in a few.
There was some cramping and stuff, and Kai Agamite dinged his foot a little bit, and he's been able to return to practice and testing that out and stuff. So we just kind of keep going with it, and when one of those guys gets hurt, and it's the next guy up, and the younger guys are getting reps, and obviously we hope that everybody's healthy and we can be full strength. But we're just going to keep going with what we have and do the best we can.
How nice is it to have an individual like Mr. Olson? Watched last week, he got hammered ankle-wise. I thought, oh, my God, he's done just the way he was coming. Then a punting situation comes up, and we're going, all right, who's going to be the backup punter? And we're waiting, and all of a sudden Olson trots back on and gets off a beautiful kick. So that seems to be the whole mentality of the whole Tiger team this year.
Yeah, they all play hard and they play for each other, and and that's the thing that these guys are doing is we know that we don't have a lot of depth. We know we only have so many players, and we have to dig through that pain. We have to dig through that discomfort, and keep pressing on. And if it's bothering you so much where it is hurting yourself and the team, then it's time to come out. But if you're just a little dinged up or a little sore, we gotta keep working through that and pushing on and that's what these kids all have been doing, and so it's been good to see.
It's nice to watch this group of young men out there giving it all, and doesn't always come out the way you want it at the end of the game on the scoreboard, but just to watch the efforts out there is rewarding in itself as a coach, I'm sure.
Yep. Yeah, we tell the kids all the time, obviously we want to win, that's why we're in it. But if you guys play your best and you play as hard as you can, the score doesn't matter anymore then, and if they have more points than us, well, they beat us on this, but we gave it our best. And that's kind of how we play, is we just try to do our best on every play, and if we make a mistake, we make amends and try to make it better on the next one. And that's kind of our mentality, is just keep playing as hard as we can and cheering on each other, and the wins will come.
Well, and it doesn't get any easier traveling to Berlin. I mean, it's always nice to have Berlin and Ripon, but going over there, Joe Stelmacher, as you, will have your teams ready to go, and we look for a good one on Friday night. So tune in to the Ripon channel, YouTube side, WRPN, AM 1600, and 93.1 FM The Wave. Good luck, guys, on Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Ripon Tiger football, as we are getting ready for the Ripon-Berlin game here and getting ready for the national anthem. So we'll cut away for 2 minutes for the national anthem and be back with Tiger Indian football.
Both teams are playing their first conference opponent tonight. Our Berlin Indians are also members of the East Central Conference and are 2-0 overall. Just a reminder that this game is being played and coached by high school students and educators. Please direct your cheers positively in support of your team. The WIAA requires good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profane, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. Our trainer tonight is Melissa Johnston from Theta Care Orthopedic Care in Berlin. At this time, we ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthem as performed by the Berlin High School a cappella group, Encore.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets roared back, the bombs bursting in air. They flew through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, and what a great rendition of the national anthem by the a cappella group from Berlin High School. Howard Hansen along with Marty Ernst are bringing you this broadcast tonight on a cool and windy night here in Berlin. Playing on natural grass. I like to see that, don't you, Marty?
Yeah, I walked through it, coming from the parking lot side into the end zone area. Yeah, it's thick, lush. It'd be tough, rough to hit out of at a golf course. It's in great condition, and you can tell it'll be able to absorb a lot of bad weather should that happen. Yeah, field's in great shape, and it's a nice facility.
So you're saying they really aren't? They're cutting more on the first cut or the second cut around the greens.
Yeah, right.
So Berlin turn around and will receive the ball first as Ripon won the toss and deferred. So we'll get a chance to see the Indians coming out of the chute right away.
Berlin suits up 35 players tonight. The Tigers, visitors from Ripon, are suited up with 28.
That's it's a big difference. 8 players makes a big difference, as we saw last week.
And then you got to really break that down. How many underclassmen versus upperclassmen is also the other big determining factor. Yep.
So
we got Casey Hansen down there on the sidelines.
Yep.
He'll give us some great up close and personal shots.
I got a chance to watch last Friday's game, and I tell you, our producer up here tonight, Cole, did an excellent job switching from the upper camera to the lower camera on some really good shots. So everybody's all set here as we're getting out there. Olsen should be doing the kicking for the Tigers, but you never know from week to week. Got to check this out. No, it looks like somebody else is out there. It's going to be
Cameron.
Hahn is going to be kicking off. And get some guys to turn around here for Berlin. We'll be able to see some numbers there.
Yeah, it's interesting. They go into the bigger, thicker leg. Let's see if Hahn can deliver.
Get some distance on this one.
About to get underway. There's the whistle.
And here we go. And he comes up with a short little kick there, and it's taken at about the 28-yard line, slips and goes down right at the 35. So that's where the Indians will start first and 10 on their own 35.
Well, look for power football. When it comes to Berlin Indians, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Steve Stelmacher, who got the job in the late 70s, early 80s, and had it for decades, a really nice program, winning program, physical program, turned it over to his son, Joe, and oftentimes you'll see too tight, and sometimes full back house, and they come right at you.
Yeah, they're going to do a lot of running here against this Tiger defense.
Off the right tackle.
Nice run there. Good pickup of about 6 yards. And that was number 33 for the Indians.
Right side of the line, Howard.
Cole Butke, yep.
Right side of the line is what made that play. Butke didn't get touched until he actually got tackled. Give him about, a gain of 6?
Yep. So here we go, 2nd and 4. Ball is on the 42-yard line, or handoff.
Same play.
Basically the same thing, and that's a first down by a good yard.
That time the defense in Ripon forced that play to be bounced to the outside, and the running back took him up on it, and like you said, good enough for a first. They're running with too tight a wing back, and then pro set. We used to call it pro set back in the day.
In the day.
Yeah, you can call it twin backs.
Motion. Straight handoff, hitting that open tackle spot.
Third play in a row to the same runner, 33, Cole Butke. He's a 5'10", 185-pound junior. So far, Ripon has not been able to nullify any of that. They're getting chunks of anywhere from, 4 to 6 yards a punch.
A hit. That's their third running play. Hunter Bowe is the quarterback. Hands it off once again, this time to number 3 out there. And that's Martin.
Love that last name.
Well, you got it.
5'8", 180-pound senior. He's more of your speed guy.
And he'll be about a yard short here of the first down. Brings up 3rd and 1. Getting a good-sized crowd here for both schools. I see the Berlin students are in my favorite color, deer hunting camouflage. Martin going to keep it, taking it around the right side. Gets a nice block out there from number 52, leading the way. And that's Gage Ganizer. And that's another first down.
Good tackle by the Ripon player. I'm thinking that was Kai Agamite, and I'm not sure. It's hard to see those numbers.
These orange numbers are horrible.
On the far side. But they continue to move the chains, and everything's been to the right side so far. Play action pass.
Got hit twice and still on his feet. It'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he turned a sack. He being the quarterback, Hunter Bowe, turned the 6 foot 80-pound, 180-pound senior, turned a sack into a no gainer.
That was good coverage by the D-backs there for the Tigers, which made that happen.
Yeah, it is, because you're getting beat on the grounds with a steady diet, and then you still had the discipline.
Going back to that same hole, there he goes. Big gain for Butke. And it's going to give him about 8 yards, 7 yards? 7 yards.
Offensive line for the Indians has already established the line of scrimmage in their favor. And so the defense finds themselves at a disadvantage. So that's been pretty much what we've seen here in the first two games of the season, that being the defense spends a lot of time on the field.
Too much time. There's the pitch out, first time coming to the left side. And a nice job of cutting it back up in and get up close to the 25, 26-yard line.
Gannon Stillmacher was there first and then got help.
That was Cade Martin, the ball carrier.
Dave Johnson letting us know that he is a proud 1981 Berlin Indian graduate. Yeah, it might have taken him 6 years, but he's still proud to graduate, Dave. Just teasing. Quick
Pitcher on the other side. Oh, nice hit out there.
Still got good yards on the play.
Yeah.
But like you said, nice open field hit on that quick pitch. So
Ethan Struble was the tackler for the Tigers.
Yeah, you can see what the head coach, Joe Stillmacher's doing. He starts it up off tackle. Then he brings it back the other way, and then he bounces it to the outside. Now he goes quick pitch left, and then quick pitch right. So he's now got the defense kind of scratching their heads wondering what's coming next.
And they're going right off the guard.
That was a trap play right up the middle. And
beautiful run there.
Yeah, it's going to be close to the 10-yard line.
Cade Martin with that pickup there.
Now they go no huddle. So just when you think defensively you already got your hands full, now you can barely collect yourselves and already at the line of scrimmage ready for their next play. Berlin has everything going its way.
There's a hitter off the other side. Still on his feet and finally brought down. Yeah, the snow huddle, it's like every time they get in the red zone, that's when they go to it. And it's been very effective. So,
well, this whole drive.
Well, it's like you said, the line is established this one. And
Cade Martin again, back-to-back handoffs. The one that got him down right on the 10-yard line on that long run to Martin was a trap right up the middle. My goodness. They're throwing everything at the Ripon defense right now.
Quentin Steffens on the tackle there for the Tigers. And give it to the guy that got you down there and let him waltz in for the 1-yard touchdown. And that's
impressive opening drive.
Solid opening drive.
Established the line of scrimmage against Ripon and took it down their throats. Did one play action pass that Stillmacher's known for. Run. Move the chains, get you sucked up, and then play action pass for the dagger. But like you said, Ripon did a good job on that particular play. But short of that, they just ran it right up the defense.
And they're going for two. Here's the keeper. Nice job of the Tigers swarming all over that one.
Yeah, and that was a great job by the defender for the Tigers. Might have been Steffens, in that he didn't buy the fake pitch. He stayed with the QB That was Bo, and you saw what happened. Great job.
What does that kind of tell you, Marty? Do they feel that they can score on the 2-pointer every time, or they don't have a kicker?
We too early to tell. That's an interesting question.
I mean, looking at their scores the last couple games,
yeah,
you got to kind of wonder.
Well, it'll start right here. Let's watch what their kickoff guy does. That might tell us something right there. But so they ran option to the wide side for the 2-point conversion. It wasn't too many decades ago where most of the little schools did not have a
kicker.
A kicker. The ones that did, it was.
I mean, I remember back.
I mean, Ripon never had one in the 70s.
The only one that we had back when I played was Cyril Dadier, who was a foreign exchange student from Ghana.
Yeah, they had a guy when we were in junior high, the foreign exchange student from Australia, and he was just so-so. Yeah, there's a pooch kick. I think that might answer.
Somebody better
question.
get on it. And they do, and it's down at the 31-yard line. So not bad field position. And your favorite guy down there, Mr. Perkins, on that one.
Yeah, he's, I talked about Cannon Stelmacher, the senior that's been really quality performance on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And the guy that caught my eye in the second half in particular on defense in that game at Watertown Luther Prep, I was really surprised when I realized that he was just a 9th grader. And then last week, I thought he had a really good game. Mm-hmm. And then we got to see some offense. Here's Ripon in a off-balance line. There's nobody to the left of the center. Power football to the short side.
Coming to the short side to us. It'll pick up about 6 yards.
A little trickery there.
Saw them practicing that on Tuesday, and kind of reminded me of the old lonesome polecat. I was looking for somebody way over on the other side.
I'm kind of surprised. I say this all the time. You mentioned it last week. I'm surprised you didn't run that to the wide side of the field. Here we go again with a full house.
Stelmacher gets that going around the left side, gets the corner, cuts it up. He's brought down right around midfield. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 47, 48-yard line.
Yeah.
So a first down for the Tigers.
So the gadget play is working early on, but just to get the kickoff on the pooch kick recovered at their own 32. I mean, they've been inside their 20, it seems, in those first 2 games on
every
kickoff
time.
Receiving. Yeah. And then this little gadget play. Here's their traditional formation, double wing.
And that's Hahn going straight ahead.
We didn't see much of him getting the ball last week at all against Kiel. They really have been focusing on him more in the defensive tackle position. And so right away they line him up coming off of that sweep off the left end by Stelmacher, coming right up the middle with that traditional offense that they used to run with the 2 wing backs in the single back, 1 split end with a tight end.
Pickup of 4 here is coming to the inside, and nothing but green jerseys to run into.
No, he was brought down one-handed initially, and then pursuit was outstanding.
Olsen didn't have much of a chance on that one. He'll lose about 2 yards on that, so it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
Sophomore quarterback Bradley getting the play from his father, the head coach, Bradley.
Bradley to Bradley.
Yes.
So see what happens here on 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
Got the ball just about their own 48.
Hagemite to the near side.
Play
looking to pass. Going over the middle and threw it too high as Hagemite was coming across.
Yeah, they're fortunate that wasn't picked off by Devin Derleith, the junior, the safety.
So it'll bring up a 4th and 8 for the Tigers, a punting situation. And they do line up for the punt. Back deep for the Indians is Wyatt Harmsma.
One thing Ripon has to do to have a chance in this game is execute on special teams.
Picks that one up.
Good one on a low snap.
Good kick. Somebody gets down there. Hagemite is down there, and he'll down it right around the 6-yard line. So
good
job. Nice job by Olsen.
Looked like the Australian rules punt. It was a short punt into the ground. I like the way that the punter for the Tigers maintained his composure. Got off a really good kick. And even in that thick, long grass, ends up putting his defense at a really nice situation, like you said, 1st and 10 at their Berlin's own 6-yard line.
A little softness from the rain we've had this week, and that helped that ball die a little bit down there. So the Indians with their second possession here as they come out. Coming around to the near side.
Nice job.
Real nice tackle out there by number 74 for the Tigers.
You know who that is?
That's
Mr. All
Quentin-
Conference. Yeah.
Quentin Steffens doing a nice job of stringing that out. It'll be a pickup of about 4 yards.
Gave a juke to Steffens. He didn't buy it. He went right through the hip. Good wrap up. Good tackle.
So 2nd and 6.
Ripon in a 43 defense.
There's that handoff off the right side, and that's where they had all the success on their first drive, and they will pick up about another 4 yards on that one.
Got to get lower. That D line has to get lower and hold their ground. They're getting pushed out of there.
4:20 to go here in the first quarter on the Heidel House scoreboard. Berlin leading 6-0.
Yeah, they did it with their first offensive possession to start the game. And they're in business now. Remember, they started at their own 6.
Looking, coming to the near side again. Nice juke there,
Nice.
but staying on it, and that was
Agamite. Agamite with a great job. Was able to hold on to him until help came.
He slipped the blocker and came from the backside and just forced him to cut inside.
Probably lost about a foot or two. It was 3rd and about a yard. Now it's 4th and a long yard. And sends in a punt team.
You got to make sure they're punting, though.
Oh, yeah.
Looking. Everybody's all set. High snap.
Oh, he
muffs
drops it.
Somebody's got to get in there, and it's partially blocked. Going to go out of bounds right around the 21, 22-yard line.
Boy, it's hard to believe that someone didn't get a piece of that earlier, but we'll take it. Nice going.
Exactly. Good job there.
Getting help, Keith Cram, who follows Ripon Tiger football, class of 71. Bill Luff of New Zealand. I said some guy from Australia. Yeah, he said him. And then Dan Gloyd, our own Dan Gloyd. They were both decent kickers, according to Keith. Now, so I am subject to Keith's opinion. So, Keith, thanks, though, for setting me straight.
Keith has never steered anybody wrong.
New Zealand, Australia, come on.
It's down under. That's all that matters, right? So
actually, that basketball player recruited by Tony Bennett was from New Zealand, played for the Badgers. Here we go.
So, we got whistles.
No, you're right.
Something's going on here. Oh, you got to wait for the
back judge.
He was out of position.
Hey, yeah,
he fell asleep on that.
Put down that sandwich, ref.
Quick handoff.
There's Gloyd around. Gloyd. I got Gloyd on my head. Stelmacher around the left end.
Gets down to about the 15-yard line. They gave Ripon a very good spot. They put him right on the 25-yard line. So he's just about a foot short of a first down on that. Good run by Gannon. This is an opportunity the Tigers have to take advantage of here. Getting that short field.
No, you're right.
And getting some points on this is big.
No, you're right. Absolutely. Yep. You have to come away with, you want to come away with 6.
Hahn in the backfield.
Look at the way they snapped out of that.
There's the motion. Coming around and gets the first down. That's the big thing on that play.
Great play action. Good play action on Bradley, the quarterback. But it looks, it looks like to me. I think Coach Stelmacher has his defensive coordinator saying, guess what? We're going to hit that Ripon quarterback every time.
He's young. Let's pop him.
Let's pop him, even if he doesn't have the ball. We'll have to continue to watch that to see if that's the situation. But here we are right now. 1st and 10, is it?
1st and 10. Ball just inside the 15.
He was submarined up the middle on that A-gap run. That was Hahn, wasn't it? Yep.
That it was. He'll take it down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a tough way to get a short 2 yards.
You got to keep those legs driving.
Well, yeah, that's what he did. He took those legs out. Give credit to the tackler for the Indians. His mama didn't raise a fool. He went low on Mr. Big Hahn, I'll tell you.
Get below those knees.
A big dude, and he's lined up again in the backfield.
Bradley Little mix-up there, and
Oh,
that's going
wow,
nowhere.
wow,
that took too long to develop.
Well, no, it's not so much to develop as he couldn't block the play. On the left edge, 88 or 8, I'm not sure who it was, came in, crashed, the defensive end on the left crashed down, and that was a counter to the left, and the play got blown up by the left defensive end. My goodness.
Yeah, that was Jackson Bartle, number 88.
It's like he never. It's like he was in the backfield at the snap of the ball.
Going past, it's the throw out, and it's intercepted at about the 2-yard line.
Well, you know who that is? That's Derleith, and he almost picked off Ripon in the first offensive possession I mentioned, and now he did get it this time. So from opportunity and high hopes for the Tigers to a disappointing interception.
Yeah.
The only good news is it's like Ripon punted and backed up the Indians to their own 1 yard line.
Yeah, that would have been a nice opportunity to try for at least a field goal on that. So 1:49 to go here in the first quarter, 6-0
What does
on your Heidel House scoreboard.
I'm sorry. What does the Ripon defense do now? Can they keep them in the hole?
A little bit of gang tackling there. They'll take it out to about the 5. So a pickup of 3.
Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as their team. They need you on the team. Starting wages over $20 per hour. Full benefits effective day one. $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online, www.smuckerscareers.com. There's the play up the middle.
And now we're going to get a flag.
That's the good news, unless it's...
Wow. It's in the area where a holding could have been.
Yeah.
They threw it short.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait. I'll just wait and see instead of saying good news. Let's see how they sort it out. You hope nobody on defense did something with their hand. They did. It's a face mask against the Ripon Tiger defense. So here it was, second and about 6 or 7, and now it's going to be a first down most likely or close to it.
Yeah, it was a 5-yard face mask, so
wow,
incidental. So the Tigers letting them out from the depths of and shadows of the goal. They wind it up here. Coming around to the near side.
Sweep around the left. He gets across the edge. Good pursuit, but he got quality yards before he got brought down.
Picked up an 8-yard gain there, and that is
Butke, I think, Cole. Yeah, we've seen a lot of him. A lot of him and a lot of Cade Martin.
Yeah, why not? The two do a great job.
33-3.
Threes are wild here in Berlin.
Yeah, keep it simple.
So second and they're going to a long 2.
A 53 by Ripon up front.
Going around the far side. He's got the corner.
Speaking of 3, that was Cade Martin.
He'll pick up a good 8 yards for the first down as we turn around and...
Just like that, Stellmacher on that first drive established off tackle, and then he established up the middle with trap play, and then he went quick pitch both sides. And now he's running basically whatever he wants to.
Yeah, right up the middle there. Nice.
That was off the left AB gap off the left tackle. And really softening that underbelly of the Ripon defense.
Picks up a 7-yard gain there. And
if you
go ahead.
You look down at the Ripon line, and I'm seeing 4 guys with their hands on their hips. We get that's a sign of fatigue. We get a timeout called by
Actually, it's the end of the first quarter.
Oh, okay.
As on the Heidel House scoreboard, Berlin Indians lead the Ripon Tigers 6-0. We'll be back in 1 minute on Ripon Tiger football.
Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong. With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With rural mutual insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Welcome back to Berlin High School. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. Indians have the possession, their third possession, and a nice job out there by who else?
Steffens. And I think Steffens along with Bach. 53
Struble
and
was
74.
out there also, number
Okay.
10. Ethan Struble on that one. Short pickup. Well, actually, a loss. So it'll turn around and
The left tackle,
this will get a good spot and get up to the 45 and get the first down.
Cade Martin. And it's just, they're just going Stelmacher. This is classic Joe Stelmacher. Left, right, up the middle, left, right, up the middle.
Well, he learned it from Dad.
Repeat as necessary.
I mean, look at the coaching staff for Berlin. Stelmacher, Kramer. There's a pitch around the
Beautiful
left side.
execution.
Good lead on that pitch, too. He didn't
My
have to break
goodness.
stride to
No, that's
get
what
that
I'm
one.
saying. That's why it was beautiful execution. My goodness.
And he'll pick up about 13 yards on that for a first down.
He's running split left, tight end right, wing to the right, single back, quick pitch to the left to the wide side was what that last play was. And that runner, by the way,
Harmsma?
was Harmsma, Wyatt.
There's motion by Harmson. They go back to the side he left.
Yep, and that was a quick pitch to the short side to Martin again.
Yep. Just a nice play there, trying to get the defense to move with the motion man, and they picked up 6 yards on that.
If you don't stay home and take care of your own business, you're going to be exploited, and Stelmacher will find the weakness. So now they got tight end right and tight end left.
Yep. Back to pass, second pass attempt. This one's wide open, and it's caught.
Beautiful.
The official was reaching for his flag, which would have been a good call,
Beautiful.
but nice job down there as it floated down to about the 5-yard line, and Berlin's going to get into a hurry up here as they do once they get inside the 20.
Hammerham's caught that on a beautiful catch. Play action pass that was.
They wind it up here. Straight off the right side.
Martin.
Still
right
on his
tackle.
feet, and you're going to say he's just short, a yard short on that one.
It was a 24-22 narrow victory by Berlin over Winneconne 2 weeks ago. And then a major blowout over Wautoma, 46-6.
Martins goes off the left side and punches that one in for the touchdown at the 10:05 mark here in the second. And another 1-yard run for a touchdown for Berlin. So let's watch and see. They're going to go for 2 here.
Yep. I think if they had a kicker, they would have done it the first time when you brought that point up.
Or they just feel confident enough they can punch it in for 3 yards. They're going out wide and definitely takes it in, and that is Martin again for that one.
Yeah, I think they're hurting for a kicker.
So it makes it 14-0 at the 10:05 mark here in the second on your Heidel House scoreboard. Celebrating 125 years of community banking, committed to providing excellent customer service in support of local businesses, community, and individual financial growth. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC.
Make the long drive this season with confidence all year long. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Drive your favorite team to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonuses up to $1,500. Apply in person or go to lamers.com/carriers.
Berlin's still in their huddle, waiting for the official whistle, and they do. Let's see if this is another pooch kick, possibly a squib kick, but I don't look for him to kick straight away. The kicker for Berlin is number 53,
and
Chase
it is
Kurzek.
Little short kick taken at the 30-yard line. Fighting off tackles, got a break there, kicking it outside, and a good run getting out to about the 47-yard line.
Nice run. I didn't get the number. Ran like Perkins, but I don't know who it was.
No, I think it was, I think it was Perkins.
I never saw him.
Had that, he's getting congratulated over there, so yep. So Tigers get the ball here at the 9:56 mark. Let's see.
Great field position on their own 48-yard line with lots of time left in the second quarter, just under 10 minutes. There's their classic Ripon formation.
Yep. There's the motion, and
wow,
we got
I'll tell you
false
what,
start.
they're lucky they got the flag instead of the fumble, because I think it was snapped on 1, and I think the quarterback was expecting it on 2.
Mm-hmm. Did not look clean at all.
So the 5-yard penalty to start at 1st and 15 versus maybe possession by the Indians going the other way would have been devastating as we look at a 14-0 lead. The host team, Berlin, looking to get their 3rd victory on the season.
So 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Bradley looking to pass.
That's too much air.
Yeah, because there's nobody but green jerseys out there.
Yeah, that's a mistake right there, trying to fight that.
That's got to be a bullet pass.
Just go, once you realize what happened, just don't fight it and give ground. You got to just go down to the ground with the ball and not lose any more real estate. Once again, they were fortunate that wasn't blow up in their face with an interception.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 20 for the Tigers.
Yeah, things very much going all in Berlin's favor right now ever since the botched punt attempt and Ripon had the ball down in their territory and didn't come away with
Handoff
points.
up the middle there, and
good run there. But
Hahn will get back about 6.
I was just going to say, you got a long ways to go here. You still got about 3rd and 15 or so.
Yep. So, yeah, as you were saying, things going well for the Indians here on their home turf.
Offense can't wait to get the ball back if you're Berlin, wondering whose turn it is to carry the ball.
Only if you have a 3 in your number.
Evidently.
So Bradley getting the motion from Olsen, hands it off to him. Gets a block out there from Hahn, but not a lot cutting back, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah. He cut it up and didn't work out for him. Too much pursuit, headed him off at the pass. Too many green jerseys, nowhere to go.
So brings up 4th and 12.
Olsen had more success last year behind that more veteran offensive line, getting to the edge in particular. Stellmacher was more of the guy off tackle.
Slasher and dasher.
And Olsen was more off the edge and then on the sweep kind of plays. But not this year.
Nice snap. Kick off the side of the foot. Will go out of bounds somewhere around the 35, 34. And they'll mark it right around that 34 mark.
So Berlin gets the ball inside their own 35. That's all I can tell you right now.
Many of us spend more time thinking of what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Greg Degalovich at 121 Watson Street, or Shade Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac Street to learn more. Edward Jones Marketing, sense of investing, and we are ready to go here.
5-man front by the defense of the Tigers, going deep on 1st and 10, and
Has
he's got
him
his
open.
man. Oh, he just couldn't hang on to it because he had it right. Hit him right in the
Right in the
Right
number.
in the hands.
And
Yep.
that was Isaiah Krieger.
Great call, great execution, just couldn't haul it in. Hit him in the hands. That's I've talked about that earlier in the season, about some of the more difficult passes, certainly at this age, is to catch the ones that you're wide open and you're watching that ball. It seems like
You're
forever.
thinking.
Well, you're watching it forever, and you're just telling yourself, don't screw up, as opposed to just reacting to the ball.
Pitch out, going to the left side. And a good pickup out there.
Yeah, so even when they run quick pitch, they got lead blockers out there. Everything is ball carriers. No matter what the play is, you've got lead blockers. And now we get a timeout by Ripon.
Martin out there picks up about 5.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon.
Serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. That's Butsine Marchant.
Boy, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Fortify Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community. Member FDIC.
Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area.
Well, it's all...
What's happening right now is it's all Berlin.
It's all, and it's all bunch football right here. And they're going to go off the left end to 33, and a good tackle made. Cameron Hahn was one of the guys in there. I didn't get the rest of them, but that was a great job on the play going off the left to Butke.
And he'll get up to about the 44-yard line for that first down.
Nice pursuit by the defense, particularly in that play right then.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast here. Martin Ernzer, Howie Hansen bringing it to you. If you like what you're hearing, take and subscribe to our YouTube channel on the Ripon channel.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys helping us, too. Look at this bust out by
Yep.
the quarterback. Oh,
Just
my.
keeping it and going, and a huge gain, about almost 20 yards on that pickup.
Little trickery there. Not used to seeing the quarterback on the keeper, and it just froze the defense. They just took one step the wrong way, and that's all it took.
Hunter Ball out there with the run there, and you don't see a lot of that from Berlin here. It's usually handing off to a back here or there.
The guys with all the expensive, fancy equipment that are adjacent to us that make this broadcast possible. That's Cole Gragney and Chris Jones, to name a few.
They make us sound good and bring you that great video.
They make you sound good. I already sound
You-
good,
yeah,
Howard,
well,
even with my head
That's
cold.
those years of karaoke.
It makes me sound,
that's-
yeah, I know. Boy, do I miss that. But, boy, I'm saving so much money.
Yeah. Yeah, but downtown businesses are losing.
Oh, my.
Second and 3 to go here for the Indians.
6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. It's been all host team Berlin Indians, and they're doing it on the ground, except that one pass that did set up their last score, that second touchdown. They're just chewing up the yards. We're going to see some stats at half that are going to be very unflattering.
Yeah, they're going to be
for the
totally
Ripon
one-sided.
team. Yep.
Quick handoff up the middle.
Yep. Trap play off the left guard hole, which would be the B gap
And
inside. Actually, the A gap. I misspeak. And it was well defended that time. The right interior defensive tackle. That might have been. Is that Bach was over there?
Huber was there on
Thanks,
the tackle.
buddy, because I can't. I'm looking through this dirty pane
And
of glass.
plus these light orange numbers are really tough to pick
Yeah,
up.
if you haven't heard us say it once, we've said it 10 times.
There we go,
Quick
going
pitch
around
off the left.
Yep.
Cade Martin.
Definitely gaining some ground, and he'll take it down to about the 23-yard line with another first down for the Indians.
It's kind of weird. We're on this side of the field. You're watching the play, and then I want to look to the far side for the sticks. And
Yeah.
they're down below us. And it really is...
It's different.
It's not helpful. It makes us delay to have to look down and off to the side.
So much easier when you look across the field.
Oh, yeah.
So ball is on the 22-yard line. First down. Back to pass.
Oh, good defense.
Nice job of floating it on.
Oh, he caught that.
He caught that, you betcha.
What a great one-handed catch and hauled it in. And who else? Number 33 on a wonderful concentration. Cole Butke hauls that pass in on a one-handed pass. Give credit to the quarterback for Berlin as well. Buying time, not allowing himself to be dragged down by the Tiger defender.
And then Butke just finding some land in that open flat there.
Well, and then, I mean, to get his toes in and to still hang on to that ball and watch it into your hand. Great job. Great offensive play.
That'll be one we want to rewatch for sure. So here we go. Handoff, right side. Still pounding, getting down inside the 5-yard line.
That was a counter play. Great deception. Quarterback rolls out to his left, but he's handing the ball off to the wingback coming the other way.
Butke.
The blocks were there, and they got really good yards on that, about somewhere between 7 and 8 yards. Second down.
This is the Butke drive as he goes around off left side, and he'll waltz in for the 5-yard touchdown.
Oh, my.
And he just went in untouched.
Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented train dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home and comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time, Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and surrounding areas.
So they are bringing out a kicker on this one.
Well, now they feel that with 3 touchdown lead,
it's a good time to do it.
Let's play with it and see what happens. Now you can see why. Might have got, I don't know if it got touched
Looked like
or not.
It kind of did.
It didn't look good, though. No rhythm. No rhythm to that snap, no rhythm to the hold, no rhythm to the kick. Other than that,
it was okay.
You got to like it. Yeah. So one of the few issues that this Berlin squad has, and that is lack of a kicking game, it would appear.
I'm sure that'll be rectified as the season goes on. Webster's Marketplace is proud to be your locally owned and operated grocery store since 1987. Featuring an in-store deli, bakery, floral shop, butcher, and smokehouse, Webster's is your full-service grocery store. Highway 23 West in Ripon.
We believe a company like a family is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out Walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School. We're getting ready for the Tigers to receive the kickoff, coming off of that touchdown drive. Their third, the Indians. I believe 4 possessions, and 3 of those have ended with touchdowns. 20-0, just under 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. We're in Berlin, and the Tigers are not being treated very well as visitors.
And another little pooch kick.
Oh, you got to run up and handle that.
Yeah, and just fall on that at the 33-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it, but the indecision, if you just take 2 strides up, catch it, and then get maybe out to your own 40-yard line.
Yeah, get a couple more yards out of it.
Young player, I'm sure.
For a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner plan, visit the Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Be sure to try their popular baby back ribs on Saturday night. Enjoy cooking, stop in, and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon.
1st and 10 Tigers, and they go nowhere in a hurry on that play.
Yeah, it's...
Coach Bradley wants an explanation of something. He didn't like something.
Turn around and just going backwards, as it's been pretty much this whole first half for the Tigers.
Call it a 1-yard gain.
No, actually, they went backwards.
Oh, I'm looking at the. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a.
They're going from your right to your left on your TV and radio dial.
Well, bottom line is that play went nowhere.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 11. Olsen in motion, and everybody comes in. And
well, everybody blitzed, too. Let's see how they call it. Did Ripon, they're going to call offsides.
Berlin, yeah.
You had everything, kitchen sink, the shower, the
refrigerator was there.
Yeah, the guest bedroom, everything went up all the gaps against Ripon, but the problem is the ball hadn't been snapped, so Ripon finds themselves getting probably the easiest 5 yards of the evening
night, yeah.
for the Tigers.
Well, they turn around and just decided everybody's going at once, and let's see what happens. So we got motion. Bradley calling it out. Now Olsen goes in motion, and we're going to get a false start. Had him set as.
Got to give a shout out to my daughter Mallory. She's down in the Spring Green, Dodgeville area. I just texted before the game to anybody. I'll give them a shout out if they tune in.
There you go.
So hi, Mal Pal, former Ripon High School graduate.
Mal, subscribe to our YouTube broadcast. We're looking for subscribers.
I'll tell you, she's got her hands full with 3 boys.
I was going to say.
The oldest, as we get a dive up the middle to Cameron Hahn for about a 2-yard gain, we'll call it. That's going to bring up a 4th down situation with the Tigers still in their own territory.
3rd and 1.
Like I said, that's going to bring up a 3rd down situation.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, she's got her hands full down there.
The oldest, Finley, congratulations to him. He started his first day of school of pre-kindergarten and had the name of his teacher, Mrs. Gordon, and then asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said a ninja. Okay,
well,
we get
I like that.
More Hahn up the middle.
And he gets the 1st down. I can just imagine him, knowing you as his grandfather. He's going to pre-kindergarten?
Pre-kindergarten, yeah.
In a suit, tie, glasses, and a briefcase.
He was dressed neat and somewhat dapper when I saw the picture. She didn't go to drop him off on his first day. It was decided by Noah, the father, her husband, it would be too much on her. Some tears would be so.
Yeah.
Noah dropped him off.
Oh, that was nice.
Here we go.
There's the motion. Olsen gets the pitch. Oh, he avoids 1 tackle,
Yeah.
avoids 2, and he'll pick up a couple of yards on that.
That was just crafty running by Olsen.
I like that crafty running.
It was,
Self-defense.
He made, nervousness and fear will make a man have other guys miss you. I for that 2.5 yards he just got, I thought it was pretty good running.
That it was.
He was able to square his pads right away. It's a lot harder to tackle when you're a good pursuing defense and you're going laterally and looking for that cut. And a good pursuing defense, that's when we've seen not good things happen for the Tigers.
New formation for the Tigers, twins left, twins right.
You go.
They swing it out to the right
Gannon
side there.
Stellmacher.
Stellmacher will pick up the 1st down as he'll get down to about the 45-yard line.
You know what's nice about that play? 2 things. One, like you said, it wasn't a bubble screen because he didn't have any blockers, Gannon Stellmacher, but he got the ball, he threw a fastball out on the flat, and he got it to a guy that's really, you got to give credit for being the most offensive contributor to this Tiger offense, Gannon Stellmacher. Which brings the other issue up I was going to say, Howard. No matter what happens tonight, there will be a Stellmacher on the winning side of things.
There you go. Same formation once again by the Tigers. Low snap, handled by Bradley, going up over the top.
No.
And that was just hung out there dry and picked off by Berlin. And who else but the quarterback out there. Plays safety on defense and quarterback on offense.
Yeah, Caleb Hopp, nice tackle on the interception. And the like you said, quarterback playing safety. It was a prison break, the pressure on Bradley, the Ripon quarterback, the young sophomore, and he put it up for grabs. If you watch that play, if you see the replay of that, his intended receiver was still running a straight fly pattern down the sideline, never even looked or anything. No. He was still going north-south, and that ball was woefully underthrown.
And that's where, as a receiver, you have to know the arm strength of your quarterback.
And quite frankly,
adjust to it.
Yeah, and that ball was, was floated. That it just, it wasn't meant to be that play.
So Berlin will bring twins to the near side, single receiver to the top. Here we get the motion. Quick little back pass and
little swing pass.
Plenty of room out there. Still on his feet, gets across midfield and the 1st down.
Little swing pass to the running back in motion. My one coach in Colorado Springs would call that the banana. So if
the banana route.
You know the shape of the banana route, sort of the half of the curvature. You give a little ground and then you come up. Sort of like a sliver of the moon, if you will.
Harmsma was the recipient of that pass, and he picks up 9.5, so just short 2nd and a foot as we are coming up on a minute left here in the 1st half.
Shotgun. We're going to get a flag. I think
False
Berlin.
start.
Yeah, I think Berlin
Yeah.
moved too quick, and they did. So that'll be 5 yards against them. Here you had second and just less than 1 yard. That's going to change now.
They'll move them back 5.
I think we're getting some mist out there, huh? Some very, very light.
Yep, you can see
misting
it
rain. You
coming
can see it
through
in
the lights.
Yep. So I'll makes it all that much better. We're up here in the old tower. The old tower kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones, quite frankly.
There you go. Marty's got his water bottle there, so
Yeah, there you go.
looking, dropping back.
Screen to
Oh,
the left.
nice screen back and a great block out there,
Oh,
and a saving tackle out there by the Tigers.
oh. Steffens had an opportunity. I think it was him. Hard to read numbers. No, it wasn't Steffens.
Number 4 is the one that
But
Huber.
no, I'm talking about the one that had a chance to break that up
Yeah.
right when he caught it. And it was a great juke by the Berlin ball carrier.
And throws that one, and a pickup and a first down. Nope, it'll not a first down. It'll be about a 2-yard pickup.
Avery Moriarty on that catch. He's a junior. Says he's 6'1", 190. I guess I don't know. He doesn't look 190 from here, but
A few years back, Berlin had a Moriarty that was a running back and a very successful one.
oh yeah, they always have good running backs.
Next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees. End your meal with a delicious and delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
My wife was there having a fish fry when we were broadcasting that
Yeah,
Ripon
last week.
Kiel game last week. And I did have a delectable, actually I had 2 delectable desserts that she brought home. A chocolate death by chocolate brownie, and then some sort of a pastry. It was supposed to be their most popular pastry. I forgot how to pronounce it. It's not a buchki, but it was something kind of like that. Kind of like
But otherwise,
like
they
a
were good.
turnover. Yeah. I quite frankly didn't really give it a chance for the taste buds to really
Just
work.
whooped her down. Huh?
Oh yeah.
So here we go. 43 seconds left. Handoff up the middle.
Oh, good hit. Cameron Hahn on that initial hit. In fact, it was the hit that mattered. Great tackle.
And it'll
Good
be
job.
a pickup of about 6 yards.
I'd like
So
to interview him sometime.
Cameron
And,
Hahn?
Yeah. Do you like carrying the ball and getting hit? You'd like being the guy hitting the guy that has the ball. I just like to get his
looking
response to
downfield,
that.
going deep,
Good coverage.
and a nice breakup
Oh.
down there by the Tigers.
The coverage was excellent. Looks like it's Gannon Stelmacher.
That's who it was.
Just looking at the stature because we can't see the numbers. And great coverage. Didn't get fooled. It didn't interfere, and then got his right hand in there and batted the ball out of bounds right when him and the intended receiver came together. Great defensive play.
So 4th and 3 for the Indians here with 15 seconds to go in the first half.
This is the conference opener for both of these ball clubs. 2-0, remember. I talked about in pregame, Berlin, 2-0 with wins over Winneconne and Watoma. It's a W thing, evidently. And then Ripon 0-2.
So we have twins to the left, single receiver to the near side. Here's the motion. Fake the handoff, looking downfield, looking flushed out of the pocket.
He's going to run it now.
Getting
out of bounds.
outside, he's going to get outside to make it manageable with 6 seconds on the clock here. Does a nice job of getting down close to the
Yeah, got the
20-yard
first down.
line, just a
Got
little
the first
short
down,
maybe.
and of course they do stop the clock. Let alone the fact that he got out of bounds anyway. I think.
Yep.
So, and they got some timeouts, you know. So you got really with 6 seconds, possibly 2 plays to go. Depends on the nature of the play. They got the ball down on the Ripon 23-yard line, looking to add to their 20-point lead. 20-0 here.
So looking now, they go twins left, single right. They'll look to the end zone, I assume, on this play.
Yep, run and shoot here. The shotgun
There's
formation.
the motion. Pick up that extra blocker. Cross
Over
the middle.
Got to get out of bounds. That was a mistake. Time is down to 0,
Yep.
and that'll end the first half. If he keeps running right
He's out of bounds with about 2 seconds left.
I was just going to say, Howard, you probably got 2 ticks of the clock, but, you know, we're not down there. He was. So at halftime, go ahead.
At halftime, it's Berlin 20, Ripon nothing on your Heidel House scoreboard. We'll be back in 10 minutes on the Ripon Channel, 93.1 FM, AM 1600, The Wave.
Available at the east side of the concession stand building at the south end of the track.
MPB Builders in Ripon, national award winners in building construction, is now hiring. MPB Builders is currently seeking employees for general labor, mechanics, material estimators, draftsmen, and clerical work. If you're a subcontractor for metal roofing or post-frame construction, MPB has immediate work available. MPB Builders offers competitive wages and full benefits, part-time positions available for college students and semi-retired individuals. For more about what MPB has to offer, check out their website at mpbbuilders.com.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, Magnus.com.
Welcome back to halftime at Berlin on the Ripon Channel, 93.1 FM, AM 1600, The Wave. Howard Hansen and Martin Ernst are bringing you this broadcast, and it's 20-0. Berlin with the lead on your Heidel House scoreboard. And with a few comments on that first half, here's Marty Ernst.
Thank you, Howard. As you said, at halftime, it's 20-0. Ripon still, struggling to get on the board. But what we have seen is a ground round attack on the ground by the Berlin Indians. No surprise, that's their trademark. Cade Martin, number 3, along with 33. That would be Cole Butke. Those two have been back and forth, a pair of bookends up and down the field. Yeah. And they really have been the centerpiece of the offense for Coach Joe Stelmacher. And that's been the catalyst for their success on the ground. And then the ability to finish it off once they get into that 10-yard area of Ripon. So Ripon had one opportunity early on when deep in their own territory, forced to punt. The Indians struggled with the ball on the snap. Ripon was able to deflect the ball. 1st and 10, Ripon, right around the 20 or so. Yep. And next thing you know, it didn't go for them. And they messed up, didn't move forward with the ball. And that's been their only threat offensively in the entire game.
Yeah, exactly. It has not been good if you're a Tiger fan for sure here today. And not really a lot. When your leading rusher only has 13 yards, it is a rough day.
Yeah. And, I wanted to, by the way, you said that, I wanted to give a shout-out, if I can find his name. I wrote it down, and now I don't know where I put it. But Christian, Christian Grunert. He is I want to say a sophomore maybe?
I believe he is a junior. He does the stats. He also does them for us on baseball.
Okay. And what a trooper. I mean, the guy comes, the tower we're in, you got to get a workout.
Well, you got to cross the moat. Then you got to climb the rope ladder.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
And he gets up here, and he does it back at home, of course, at Ingalls Field. And then so the away games, he always comes up. What a nice young man. He comes
really
up to me. He barely knows who I am. Says, here's the stats, blah, blah, blah. Puts his hand out. Nice, firm handshake. I'd say, wow. So that's Christian Grunert, and I just want to say, Christian, thank you very much, and you make doing this job that much easier.
Yeah, he does a bang-up job. Baseball-wise, he's right on top of everything for us, and makes it fun in the dugout, that is for sure.
So, I want to say this. How about Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational opportunity to all students. Ripon Tigers are building the future, a high-achieving academic atmosphere supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and striving for excellence. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. That's Ripon Area Schools.
Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as a part-time team member, part of their team member, Starting wages is over $20 per hour. Full benefits, effective day one, and $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smuckerscareers.com.
Still a little ways from kickoff to start the second half. Ripon down by 3 scores, 20-0 to the host Indians. Indians looking to improve upon their perfect record of 2-0 in non-conference and then secure the first conference win. Speaking of which, next week, Ripon will be hosting, I believe. They're going to be, playing, is it Kettle Moraine Lutheran comes to town? I think
that might be who it is.
And I'm looking at my notes, and it's gotten dark in this Tower of Darkness in the Game of Thrones tower, as I refer to it. But I think the Chargers do come to Ripon, Kettle Moraine Lutheran. And they're 1-1. They beat Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Kettle Moraine Lutheran did, 20-13. And then last week, a common opponent. We opened up our season at Watertown Luther Prep. And last week, Kettle Moraine Lutheran played them and lost 7-6. So, and then tonight, they're at 2-0 Kewaskum. Kettle Moraine Lutheran is. Mm-hmm. So right now shaping up this, because they took Winneconne away from us. Campbellsport left and went to the Flyway Conference. So what did they give us? They gave us Port Washington and
And
Sheboygan Falls, two traditionally powerhouse football schools. So it went from not an easy conference to even a more difficult conference in terms of competitive depth.
And more mileage.
And a lot more mileage of,
Yeah.
We got to work. We got to work on that, Howard.
No kidding.
Company car or something.
That sounds like, hey, maybe we can get one of the dealerships in the area to sponsor us.
Yeah,
huh?
Riley can choose the color. I'm not. You can work with me. I'm a reasonable person.
That's right.
Yeah.
Turn around and we got a little over a minute left in the warm-up period here before the start of the third quarter.
Yep. Hey, I could talk about what else is going on at
Yeah,
Ripon
let's.
High School when it comes to sports. And what better way than to start off with the Ripon boys soccer program. Speaking of Berlin, it was a week ago tomorrow, 9 a.m. They got underway at the Berlin tournament, and that is soccer. And they beat Amra 1-0. That game started at 9 o'clock on a muddy field last Saturday. They tied Kewaskum 1-1, but then they prevailed in a shootout, following that tie. And then in the championship game, the Ripon boys, they beat Portage Poinet 3-2 in the championship. Congratulations to the Ripon boys soccer program.
They played tonight also at Ingalls Field.
Okay.
It was a 5:30 start, so it didn't get. If anybody has a score, please send it to us. Let us know. And
yeah, and girls volleyball, for that matter, they took 5th out of 24 teams to open up their season at Wisconsin Dells last Saturday. They went 5-2. And then yesterday, I think they were at Winneconne. If you have that, how that went, that dual match in volleyball, let us know. Tomorrow, they're traveling all the way to the Marshfield Invitational. So good luck to Coach Tracy Landerman. And the board, Biggie, the man, tells us that they did beat Watoma in soccer tonight at Ingalls Field 2-0. So the soccer program very much going very well for Ripon High School and the boys with a 2-0 Watoma victory tonight at Ingalls Field.
all right,
Thank you.
We're going to get
Biggie.
ready to start the second half here, and the score is Berlin 20, Ripon 0 on your Heidel House scoreboard. And to bring you the second half, here's Marty Ernzer.
Thank you. Ripon back to receive, and they do need the ball. And I'll tell you, this miss that I talked about towards the end of the second half has just increased a little bit. Probably just enough to be aggravating and enough for the fans to bring out umbrellas. A little trickery there on the kickoff. It's another pooch kick. Looks like Gannon Stelmacher's going to pick it up, run it off the right side. A little razzle-dazzle, gets it out to about his own 35-yard line. Good field position for the Tigers to start.
Stelmacher did a nice job. He picked up 10 on that return. If you look at the field now, Marty, you can see it's starting to glisten a little bit. So
yeah, that's the
we are
word.
getting extra moisture out there.
Why it's not a hard rain or anything. It's the consistency of it and the buildup of it. We'll have to find out if that's going to have any effect on the game itself. So Ripon's the sophomore quarterback, the coach's son, comes out on 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 35-yard line, split wide to the right. 2 setbacks, fumbled the ball. Maybe that has something to do with the ball, but he gets the handoff. But the bad news is they went the wrong way. Play was designed to go forward, and because of the mishandling of the ball on the snap and the fumble, they go way back. That's no way to start the second half when you're down 3 scores. In fact, a loss of what, around 10?
Yeah, right about that. And he picked that ball up and he shoved it to Stelmacher right away. He didn't want anything to do with that.
No, Mama didn't raise no fool.
So that pushes it all the way back to the 26-yard line.
That's too bad. You come out, you talk all this stuff over in the locker room, and on the first play, it's a miscue to Cameron Hahn up the middle. Nothing fancy there. He gets back a couple yards maybe.
Maybe 3, being generous, 2 to 3 yards. But, he just put his head down, went forward, and not a lot of room there to go up the middle as Berlin was packing it pretty tight.
Yeah, and then Thome, number 28, is hobbling off for Berlin, so McCade Thome going off to the sidelines. So it does bring up third and a whole different zip code of 26 yards. I think realistically you're not necessarily looking at getting the ball for that first down the way it's gone so far for Ripon, but you like to move it. Play action pass, throws it out to the right wing. He finds his target, secures the ball at his own 35-yard line, but that's going to bring up a punt.
Agamite out there on the reception. And they'll get back close to the original line of scrimmage where it'll bring up 4th down and 10.
Nice rhythm play, just boom, boom, boom. I don't think they were biting on the play action, but still on a quick out, he hit him right in the numbers. Ripon needs to get crawl, as they say, crawl before you walk with the offense. Back for the snap on the punt. It's a good snap. Into a little wobbly kick, fielded at the 40, but then drops it, fumble. And Berlin's going to recover. I think 41 maybe for Berlin recovered it, but they lost about 2 yards back to about their own 38-yard line. Lost opportunity by the Tigers, huh?
Bryce Arndt recovered that for Berlin.
Yeah, lost opportunity in that, in special teams, both you don't want to mess up if you're the underdog, the Tigers are, but you want to be opportunistic as well.
And, a lot of that, Tigers had an opportunity, and the ball just kind of squirted away, as it is wet out there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, the shape of a football does not lend itself for true bounces, to say the least. That's a powerhouse right there. 2 tight ends, 1 split, single wing. Quick pitch to who else? I think that's Budke, number 3.
Martin on the carry.
Excuse me, we know 33 is who I was thinking of.
And Martin will pick up 2 yards there, which will make it 2nd and 8 for the Indians.
Stillmacher's not going to do anything different. He doesn't for any game. He does this. You could tell us this on the phone, on an interview prior to the game, what he's going to do.
So turning around and the official blowing the whistle over.
Oh, we got Agamite coming out. He's had a leg issue. Now he's got
blood. It's blood on the elbow.
Yeah,
that's what the official saw over
there.
there.
That's kind of a old rule. I'm surprised it's still a rule, to be honest with you, in football.
So here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 8, like you said, with the ball on their own 41-yard line. And it's the second man through the left guard hole, straight up. Really good yards, quick hitter. Ripon bent and then came back with reinforcements to make the tackle, but not until they got to about the, call it about the
46-yard line.
46.
Martin was the ball carrier on there. A nice quick little shot up the middle.
Yeah, it was.
Picked up 6.
They quick pitch wide, they'll sweep wide, and they'll go power football. 2 tight, single wing, twin backs. Second man through, that's Budke off the left edge. But this time, not only is he denied by that swarming Ripon defense, it's going to be a loss of yardage, I think.
Yeah, well, he slipped as he was making his cut up, and that's where the Tigers got a hold of him.
Yeah, Ripon defense didn't slip. It's like that play, Ripon knew, they're going to give him forward progress for basically no gain, it looks like. It's like the Ripon defense was in the Berlin huddle on that play. Great job of swarming to the ball.
Brings up 4th and 2 for the Indians here. Agamite comes back in after getting taped up on that elbow.
Yeah, you need that senior out there. They are really stretched thin, both in numbers and in veteran players, upperclassmen. Got to have Agamite out there. Now we get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout called by Coach Stellmacher in the Berlin Indians. Celebrating 125 years of community banking, committed to providing excellent customer service in support of local business, community, and individual financial growth. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC.
Keep moving with confidence on your long drive ahead. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon. Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonuses up to $1,500. Apply in person at golamers.com/carriers.
Coming off that timeout on 4th and short with the ball on the Berlin side of things about their own 47-yard line. They're going for it.
Well, the way they've been running the ball, why would you not?
Opportunity for Berlin. For Ripon.
Free fall.
I think the right guard moved for Berlin. They're going to talk it over before they say who did it. I thought the offensive lineman moved before Ripon jumped over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like he picked. So we'll see what they all in the Zebras saw.
Well, that's a big call.
I think it's
illegal procedure on Berlin. They concur. So now the punt team will come out.
as it will become.
No, that was a big call. I don't think it was that necessarily that easy of a call. In fact, Stelmacher took a timeout to think about it, because if they don't get it, you're giving Ripon a short field, and if they come away with a touchdown, you're only down 2 scores, even though statistically you've completely dominated Ripon in the game. So back to punt is Berlin. He'll let that ball loose at about the 31-yard line. It's a spiral like a punt, fielded by Stelmacher. And boy, that was a slick ball off the left edge. Stiff arm, spin move, big pop by number 8, and then driven back unceremoniously right at about the 36-yard line of Ripon. Boy, that was a football play on the part of both teams.
Stelmacher, a nice stiff arm there, as you said, to break and get a couple extra yards, but as soon as he broke, he got hit by number 28 for the Indians.
And Avery Moriarty also leveled him as well. He was one of those, like the third or fourth guy there. He didn't have to wrap. He just got to
He
take
just
hit.
hit.
It says free pop. So the ball is at about the 36-yard line. Decent field position for the Tigers to start the second half in this scoreless game for Ripon. Down 20-0, I should say. They haven't scored. Is that here's that offset line again with no guards. Overload to the right side. Motion Olsen. Looks like a trap, but then he hangs on to the ball, and now it'll be a sack. Indecision by the sophomore quarterback for the Tigers gives the sack.
Hahn was open over the middle, nobody by him, and Bradley couldn't see him to get it to him. So he eats that one and takes a big loss, about an 8-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 18. Ball's all the way back to the 27, 28-yard line.
Going the wrong way here early in the third quarter for Ripon, this being their second offensive possession. It's that unbalanced line again. And this time they do give it to Olsen, the motion man. And if he gets back to the line of scrimmage, that's the best it's going to be.
And that's about it. That's where they're going to mark that. Maybe give him the benefit of a yard, but not much more than that.
I'm surprised they came back to that off-balance line, because at halftime you certainly are giving the opposing coaching staff to clarify any issues or concerns on the defensive alignment against that. It certainly was a good thing to come out with the element of surprise to start the game for Ripon. Here we go. 3rd and 17 for the Tigers. And it's another drop ball on the snap of that slick ball. Ripon's fortunate to get it back, but they lose big chunks of yardage again. Now back inside their own 20. Remember, I think they started on their own 36.
Yes, they did. And this drive, as the previous one, has been all backwards for the Tigers.
Wow. It's they haven't been able to establish the line of scrimmage so far in this 2.5 games, the offense for Ripon. And when you're trying to go lateral with that and you haven't been able to establish the up back, it makes tough sledding.
That it does. So Olsen into punt.
It's a decent one. It's going to go right now all into the territory of the Indians. And the ball just dies on that wet, soft ground at about the 46-yard line of Berlin. So they have prime real estate to work with to improve upon their attempt to, anyway, their 20-0 lead. Here in the third quarter, 5:49 remaining in the third as we have a flag on the play. And we'll just wait and see what these guys have to say. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Greg Dragalovich at 121 Watson Street or Shade Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac, and learn more. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. As we get Berlin, who else? Number 3, right down the. They started at the 46, and now look where the ball is in one play.
Yep, down to the 22-yard line, and
I think it's a tired defense. They played pretty much the whole game.
Well, and you had Martin. He just took off like a shot there, and picked up a lot of real estate.
It's the 3:33 party, and we can't give enough credit to that blocking up front by the Indians as well. Too tight off the left tackle hole. Martin again, number 3, and big chunks of yardage.
Okay. That one's down close to the 10-yard line. Pickup of got to be about 9.5 yards, and they're inside the 20, so they're going to go quick.
And it doesn't really matter. I mean, he can or he does. He can or doesn't have to. What we're saying here. I mean, I think whether he takes the time and comes out of a huddle or no huddle, they're going to be effective.
Yeah, you're not going to see much difference. But the officials kind of stopped that one. They wanted to make sure so they could come in and measure for whether it's a first down or not.
Boy, there's something we don't see much in high school football anymore.
Usually taking a look down the line. If it looks close, yeah, it's a first down.
I guess they just think, hey, we got to speed the game up kind of attitude these days. And they spot it to see if they got a first, and it sure looks
first down.
It does. Yeah, they got
by
it.
About half the ball.
You got it. So that actually helped the Ripon defense give them a chance to compose themselves with that no huddle by the Indians.
So it will be 1st and
10 with the ball just outside the 10-yard line.
They can get down to about the 1-foot line and get a first down yet.
Too tight, wing back to the right, off the left side. Martin again, same play as before, and just a massive humanity and a pile just moving at about 6-7 yards.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just keep going to it.
Blowing the hole. There's nothing more demoralizing to a defensive front seven than just to get knocked off the line of scrimmage. So with the ball spotted at about the 4-yard line, so that's about a 6-yard gain, we're going to go a quarterback naked bootleg off the right-hand side with the running backs going to the left. He's going to be close to a touchdown, but spot him at about the 1-yard line.
Just short.
And that was a great call. Naked bootleg by the quarterback. In other words, fake handoff to both Martin and Butsky, and they run off to the left, student body to the left, and the quarterback comes out to the right. But Ripon defense did a good job of keeping him out of the end zone. We're having a referee conference at the ball to discuss whether they're going to give
whether it's a first down or not.
I think
they're looking at it. They want a measurement.
Yeah, we haven't seen a measurement in the game at all. Now we got 2 measurements on the same drive, just minutes apart. 4:24 remaining in the third quarter. We're here in Berlin. It's opening conference night in football. Tigers visiting arch rival Indians, and it's been all Berlin, 20-0.
On your Idaho scoreboard.
Berlin looking to go to 3-0 in the season.
Berlin short by about 6 inches of that first down.
So that will stay third down. Something tells me, I'll tell you what, if you're Ripon right now, stay low. Let those linebackers scrape off and hopefully make the play to keep them out of the end zone.
Well, he's carried it down this far, Mr. Martin. You might as well give it to him again if you're Berlin.
So it's a good angle for me to see how the way they line this up. So you got tight end to the left. You got twin backs with Martin off to the right, and they give it to Butsky up the middle, right guard hole. He goes in standing up for the touchdown.
An easy touchdown, and following the blocking of number 50 out there. That's Reddingen. Number 53 out there for Berlin.
Wow.
And number 74, some big horses in the trench for the Indians.
Yeah, you can say that pretty much every year for Berlin. I think it has something to do with the river or the water. Because Portage used to have good size too.
Well, you look at Winneconne. Remember when they used to be big in that.
Marble Park, yes.
Yeah, you get anything along this river, it seems like, they grow a little bigger.
So Butke gets that touchdown. Martin did a lot of the dirty work. That's kind of like Taylor and Horning with the Packers in the glory days. 26-0, they're going to go for 2. They gave that kick opportunity last time. Did not look pretty, did not score the point after. So they're going to go for a 2-point shotgun formation, 2 split. Motion by the Derleith on the right. He gives it to the motion man to cut up field. Ripon, I think, keeps them out. It's going to be a good job by the defense denying the 2-point conversion. So the score will remain 26-0 Berlin with 4:15 remaining in the third.
If you're looking for some more football tomorrow, turn around and check out the Ripon College versus Augsburg. It's a 6 p.m. start. You can link for the video stream is available at thewave.fm, hometown broadcasting. So be something to pick up as
you'll be all over that.
Yeah, it'd be all over that. And then you could also pick that up on Midwest Conference TV. So
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon. Berlin back to kick off. Not only does he quarterback the show and run naked bootlegs for good yards, but the quarterback, number 17, that is Hunter Bowe. He is a senior, 180-pounder. And there's the kick in the air to the receiver at the 30-yard line.
That's Stellmacher.
And he does a good job getting the first juke a couple, gets out past the 40-yard line of Ripon. Ripon will be in good field position, but every time I say that, they end up going the other direction. So let's see what they can do here. They've tried that, sometimes they call it a wildcat, but off-balance line. What Ripon needs to do is keep their heads up high right now and try to come up with positive yards on that 1st and 10 play. Ever so important on 1st and 10 to come away with at least a 4-yard gain.
Well, maybe third time's the lucky charm here. Let's see for the Tigers.
Trailing 26-0 at the 4:08 mark. 44 defense by Berlin. They're coming hard. Desperate pass by the sophomore quarterback for the Tigers under duress. Goes nowhere.
Yeah, he was wrapped up on that one and lucky to get rid of it for the incomplete pass, which will bring up 2nd and 10.
One of our viewers, Dave Johnson, says he's been going to Hillside Dental for over 25 years.
Turn around. I expected to get over here tonight and see a couple of those great subs from his place up here for us, but
he said maybe at a home game.
Well, we're at a Berlin home game, isn't he? From Berlin,
Okay.
thought it'd been easier for him.
Speaking of Berlin, they just made a mistake. That motion man for Ripon, which was I think Stellmacher, made the left defensive end for our outside linebacker move, and so it looks like I don't think it's going to go against Berlin for sure. So 5 yards on 2nd down here. No gain on that 1st and 10 play. Brings up 2nd and 5. Thanks to the help of the undisciplined defense for Berlin.
Take it wherever you can get it.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get something at a home game if he's around. So, yeah. Here we go. Up the middle to the big fella, Cameron Hahn, who just, oh my goodness. You talk about rumble and stumble, spin and elbows and high knees and crown of the helmet. Good enough for a 1st down on that nice run by the big fella, the senior.
Good 8-yard pickup there for Cameron. Straightforward, like you said, nothing but head down and go full bore.
Yeah, that's sometimes desire is the better play than the X's and the O's drawn up by the coach.
So the Tigers positive on their first possession here on this drive.
5-yard penalty. And then a nice run by the up back, the physical back. Snap, quick pitched again, and Stellmacher makes the first man miss. Has to give ground to get ground, and he's not going to get that ground. And they're going to call an unintentional face mask.
We got the flag down there.
Yeah, I saw the right hand. It was unintentional. Took it off right away, so it should be of the 5-yard variety. We'll wait and see. Could be a good job by, or I should say good fortune by Ripon.
Yeah, because they were set to lose about 4 yards on that play otherwise.
Yeah, great, once again, a hit and get defense like Berlin, kind of like we saw with Kiel last Friday night. And it was a 5-yard variety, unintentional face mask. And I saw it, but I'm thinking, the ref didn't see this. By golly, he was all over it. Sometimes you're too close to see
it, yeah.
Yeah. So, give the official credit. Lord knows they don't
get enough of it.
They get a lot of criticism in all sports at all levels. And I certainly sit there at home.
Well, it really hurts when you're watching baseball nowadays on TV. They're showing that zone box, and that's the worst thing they could have ever done.
I love it. I'm glad they did it. There's Olsen off, cut it up the right side, and
pick up about a yard on that.
Berlin's done a good job of containing that counter play to Olsen. Olsen has not been able to get his pads turned up, down, down and be running, as they like to say, downhill. He's getting hit while still going laterally before he makes his cut.
And not getting squared up to do
I
what
guess that's
really
what
needs to be done.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. And the reason why that's happening is because the penetration by the opposing defense is so good that you can't even shake free in your own backfield to look for a crease to turn up into. Straight up to Cameron Hahn, why not? Got 8 yards out of it last time. Berlin was ambushing him and waiting this time. As they don't take him to the ground, he stays on his feet. But
that'll be no gain.
No gain.
And we have, looks like Olsen coming off, holding his wrist. So we'll keep an eye on that here on the sideline.
He got banged up last year, too, I remember, and then he's been banged up a little bit earlier this year.
So it brings up 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
And we're going to get a whistle here, and it's going to be let's see.
Timeout by the Tigers, I believe.
Evidently, I just want to see the official sign.
I haven't seen.
There's 2:14 remaining in the third, and now head coach Mark Bradley appears to be.
Oh, he wants the trainer to come over and take a look at Olsen. That's why they're calling the timeout.
All right.
So.
Okay. Why they do that, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the fact that Butsine Marchand has been serving local families with grace and compassion since, get a load of this, 1896.
Isn't that crazy? Fortified Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifiedbank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community. Member FDIC.
Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area.
Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specialties in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs, getting the job professionally done and on time. Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and surrounding area.
Hey, the meat department at Webster's Marketplace has a butcher on site daily cutting the meat in all cases fresh up for you and your family. Our meat service case features hand-cut steaks, signature stuffed mushrooms, marinated chicken breast, and great fresh from the sea options for you to enjoy. See you at Webster's. Okay, here we go, lining it up by Ripon on 3rd and 8 with the ball in Berlin territory. Play action pass under pressure. He lets it go, throws it short because of that pressure on Bradley, the quarterback for the Tigers, is going to bring up 4th down. They had the right play, and he was open, but
couldn't get enough on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even see. I don't think, because the inability to establish the run, that means that the defense is not going to even be respecting it. So that time that it takes to fake the handoff, no. I mean, it's easy for me now. It's easy for me to be up here and comment that, but I would just take that, go straight back, 3 to 5 step drop and hit your man.
Just like they did that time.
Right there.
Oh.
Double coverage, good coverage on defense. He just doesn't run the ball. Cade Martin had the cover on that. He was in front of him, and then his teammate, 41, was all over the intended receiver for the Tigers.
So Berlin will take over. 1st and 10 ball will be on the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Bryce Arndt was the other man in coverage for
good
Berlin.
Sandwich cover.
Yeah, right. Just you're almost fortunate that doesn't turn into an INT the other direction. So 2:04 remaining in the third, 26-0 Berlin. They get the ball, like you said, on turning it over on 4th down. And here they got split wide to the left, single wing to the right, second man through off the left side. Bach upset with himself that he missed the tackle in the backfield, number 53, is it?
Yeah, he had a hand on him and just couldn't hold on to him as Martin shot through there and picked up 5. We're under 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
2nd and 4. It's got to be a very tired defense, showing blitz off the left edge. They play it clean. Good blocking. But I'll tell you what. That was a play by Mr. All-Conference of a year ago, Bryce Steffens.
He just shot through there.
Boy, he lit him up. I mean, yeah, that's a good way to put it, because it was like he's open, the quarterback has time, and then all of a sudden, bright, and he was joined by about 2 other teammates. You just got to know when to get that sixth sense to get rid of the ball.
And it didn't happen.
And no, it didn't happen. My hunch is 17 for Berlin is now going to learn that.
7-yard loss on that play.
Haven't been able to say that a lot tonight. So it's if you're a Ripon fan, it was a good play for the good guys.
Berlin taking their time here.
Ball spotted on the 40-yard line. 48 seconds remaining and counting down in the third. Twin backs, twins out to the right, shotgun formation. Got a guy sprinting down to the left, and then it was kind of like one of those back shoulder throws, but the timing was all off.
Well, and he would have had to have been about 6 yards out of bounds in order to catch that one. It was more just getting rid of it.
Yeah, well, the other thing is, you got your best cover guy, Gannon Stelmacher, back there. The mother hen, the safety over the top, read the play, was over there as well.
Yeah, Harmsma was the intended receiver.
So that brings up 4th and 12. Ripon defense doing their job, forces only the second punt, I think.
That it is.
Seen tonight by Berlin. Almost over his head. Has to get rid of it. What he did, he punted a short spiral, a long line drive spiral. Did a good job because it's all the way down to the Ripon 21-yard line.
Well, that's how his last one was. It was a straight spiral out there. And
rising fastball or a Ben Ogilvie home run. Call it what you want. Fill in the blank.
Exactly. We believe a company, like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out Walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School sports.
Here we go. There's the whistle. Ripon will have the ball again here with just seconds remaining, 25 to be precise, on their own 21-yard line. Still looking somehow, some way to get into the end zone, get some points in this contest. They snap out of the huddle. Something more traditional, not the off-balance polecat. Split wide to the right, 3-step drop, looking out to the right, the sophomore quarterback. He finds his target, probably Agamite, but don't know for sure. Gets it out to the 29-yard line of Ripon. And it wasn't bad coverage either. The receiver, Agamite.
That's who it was?
Kai did a great job of using his backside to shield off the coverage man, but now he comes hobbling off again.
Well, he's got that bad ankle.
I was just going to say, all 3 games,
Yeah.
Howard. All 3 games. We've seen him since the inaugural contest in Watertown. He's hobbled off with that foot.
Well, we've come to an end of the third quarter here at Berlin, where the Indians lead the Tigers 26-0 on your Heidel House scoreboard. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Ripon channel.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Welcome back to Berlin, where Ripon has the ball on 1st and 3 as we get illegal motion. No sooner do I say what's going on, and I'll tell you what, add 5 yards.
2 guys in motion at the same time.
Right. Stereo, we call that. Might be good for music, not good for the game of football. Only one can be moving prior to the snap of the ball.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers as we get underway here in the fourth quarter.
Now the ball inside their own 25-yard line, so it's not going to be an easy task having to march 75 yards and change.
Yeah, their best scoring opportunity was in the second quarter and unable to come up with that.
Berlin still with quality starters out there, but another fumbled snap, has to just pick up the ball and gets knocked over. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. When
It's,
it rains, it pours, but the rain stopped here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, let's face it, Ripon's getting battered tonight, and you got to be just mentally, emotionally, and physically all beat up. Can't be an easy thing to deal with right now.
I mean, the physical aspect, a lot of times the mind can overpower that, but when you get the same hits constantly, time after time after time, it's tough.
So to bring up 3rd and 12, going deep down the middle. Oh, I think it was Agamite. He broke the pattern off. He was going to Agamite. Agamite broke it off.
Yeah, Agamite had an opening across the middle there, and that's where he was going.
Coach is talking to him about it.
Stelmacher ran the straight fly pattern that
down the sideline.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Agamite cut to the crown of the field where the open was there.
Frustration.
Yep.
4th and 12. Ripon will have to punt.
And who's coming in to punt here because Olsen is
we got a different
off
punter.
to the side there.
Yep. So whoever the backup punter is, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Can't get the number. Got it away. And they're going to let it go end over end. That's 22 for the Tigers, I think. Still not sure because he won't turn completely.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
He knows I'm trying to get his number, so he just keeps staying parallel to me with his side. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so anyway, it was a good kick by whoever it was.
Number 20, it was Bradley.
Oh, the QB. An athlete. Well, his dad used to punt for Ripon College as well as high school. 11:03 remaining in the game. Ripon scoreless, 26-0. They're on defense again. Berlin with the ball inside their own 40. Straight handoff off the right edge. He's going to be brought down for a loss on a great open field tackle on that sweep attempt. You talk about riding that bulldog.
Exactly. I was just going to say, that looked like a steer-high drag
That was
down
rodeo, baby. Great job. Rodeo.
So only a gain of a yard.
Who's ever playing that opposite end of Agamite, great job. Great read. Or I should say, actually, yeah, it is opposite. Sometimes you don't know if they're the defensive end or the outside linebacker rolled up. Now we get motion back to the right on the 2nd and 11. Brings it right up the middle and got a whole bunch of that real estate back. Just like that. And that was our friend number 3 again, Mr. Martin.
He picked up a solid 8 yards there, and Berlin's going in a hurry-up offense here.
Yep. Ripon all bunched up in here. So bring up 3rd. Now we get a flag. Score clock never even got how many yards they need.
And it's against Ripon.
Yeah, they need about 4. Did they line up offsides?
They must
Almost
have
looks
because
like it. I thought they might have it.
Right away the flag was thrown.
Yeah, before there was any snap or movement by anybody.
So that'll get them the first down on the 5-yard penalty.
Wow. Coach Steve Stelmacher played for Ripon High School, played for Ripon College, came over here, got hired back in the late 70s and did a good job. Talked about that earlier. His oldest boy, Joe. Of course, his brother is an assistant on the team as well, and Steve still coaches. Here's a blitz on the quarterback, but he couldn't get him and picked off. Oh, almost a great interception. Great coverage by number, is it 19? I'm not sure.
That's 10.
Number 10, I'm hearing from inside my ear here.
That's
Stubbe. Stubbe. Is he the backup QB?
He is.
He did a great job against Kiel.
Didn't he?
Leading his backups offense to 2 consecutive offensive touchdowns.
Well, he just showed great composure out there when he was there.
Yeah, throws a good ball and
good
got good
movement,
feet.
good feet, yeah.
And Perkins had a couple nice runs as well. I mean, it was just nice to see. Going to be student body off to the right, cuts it off the right tackle, and he keeps going. That's number 7. He had that big catch to set up a touchdown in the second quarter.
Harmsma?
Yeah, Wyatt Harmsma. So they're involving someone without a 3 on their jersey.
We've got to talk to Joe about that.
That's special. So that brings up
3rd and 2.
Yeah.
They go quickly.
And they got him for a loss. They shot the gap on that. And it was great acceleration by Steffens.
No, it was Bach, wasn't it?
74. I think, yeah, Steffens
Yeah,
shot.
56 was also in there for the Tigers.
Well, Steffens shot through and got him. 74. And, it kind of makes you wonder, like, hey, how come we're not just maybe, selling out and shooting gaps more often? Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You got nothing to lose, because when we're trying to just go man-to-man and win your battle, it's not working. So he gambled, and he blitzed right into that and brought 33. Butke for a big loss, and there's a flag.
Lined up offsides.
I think it's Bach lining
did.
up offside. Yep. You're on the end, and your head's breaking the plane. You can't look at that and say, well, my hand's behind the football. No, it's any part of your body. But that's coaching also.
So that'll give them 5 back there and make it 4th and a yard.
That's something you work on early in the year. That's demoralizing, huh? You got a couple good plays going in your favor.
Then you give it right back to him.
Straight drop back, roll out right, throws off the back heel to his man that's way out of bounds. Intended target, number 8, Moriarty.
The defense holds, and Ripon will take over on downs. Second time they've done that here in the second half.
Not to be confused with assistant coach Downs, Adam.
Got a chance to talk with Adam a little bit today, and
so 8.5 minutes left. 26-0 Berlin. 1st and 10 Ripon. Like you said, Howard, turned over on downs.
So here we go. It's been a trying ball game so far for the Tigers, and I mean that in more ways than one.
Just want to maintain your composure and play some football here and move the chains. Motion from the right to the left, but good pressure makes them have to cut it up.
He was looking like
he was
going to
be a halfback option pass.
And that was Scrooby, too, who's the backup quarterback.
Yeah, that was a trick play. It was supposed to be a halfback option pass, but when you're putting pressure that deep in the backfield, he never had a chance. He had to take a maneuver just to get away from the big sack.
Well, and Egamite was double-teamed, so he had nothing there to throw to.
Which tells you they're well prepared. They're not going to fall for this. Coach Stelmacher has the Indians playing their game and on top of their game mentally, too, not falling for anything.
Well, as you said, they've come into this game. They're 2-0. They've played some good, solid football. Looking to pick up their 3rd victory of the season.
Like I said, Kilmarine Lutheran at Kewaskum. Kewaskum's 2-0. Oh, high pass. Yeah. Agamite had to jump up, stay in bounds, tap it with one hand, catch it with the other.
And lose a yard.
And lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, it's got to be a hard throw. It can't be a lob out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you're doing that, if you're lobbing it, it's like you got something against your wide receiver.
Because he's going to get smacked.
He's going to get smoked.
So it brings up 3rd and 11 here for the Tigers. 8:16 to go in the ball game. 26-0, Berlin leading Ripon on your Heidel House scoreboard.
That's classic Ripon formation. They're going to go Gannon Stelmacher. He's going to run it up the left side, parallel, cuts it back for
about
minimal
a yard
gain.
I think they'll move it up and make it 4th and 9.
Perkins, the freshman, is out there. Gannon Stelmacher will take a blow. Perkins, a nice athlete. You heard me talk about him before. For a 9th grader in particular, when I put him in that perspective, he plays like a junior, not a freshman. So we're in formation to punt. And they do. Low end over end.
Yeah.
And
goes maybe 20 yards.
Might have slipped on that or something, missed a lot part of the ball on his foot. So to be about the 40-yard line of Berlin, so they're going to have great field position just inside their own 40.
For a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan a visit to Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available, along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Be sure to try their popular baby back ribs, available Saturday evenings. If you enjoy cooking, stop in and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon.
Berlin 1st and 10 inside their own 40. It's a power formation. Oh, he had
Yeah.
to deal with the snap, was fumbled.
Yep.
And then he tried to buy time and ends up being a quarterback sack. Nice job by the defense getting penetration in that backfield on the bobbled snap between center and quarterback. So that brings up, with that loss, it's going to bring up a second and about 14, possibly 15
Seen
for
a
Berlin.
good couple of plays there defensively for the Tigers. Now if they could put a string of them together. There's the pitch out to Harmsma.
Yeah, and he's running to the edge. Has he got it? Yes, he does. He's got the edge down the sideline. Gets popped hard, but not until he gets, they're going to call him out of bounds. I thought he got into Ripon territory just past the 50. We'll see where they spot it. It's going to be just short of that.
Yeah, about the 49-yard line of Berlin is where they're going to spot it. So
he did step out prior to the collision. So he got popped pretty hard for no reason, evidently. He stepped out prior to that, but a nice play nonetheless for Berlin.
bring up
Great.
third.
Yeah, go ahead.
Third
Great.
and 1 for the Indians.
Great job of getting to the edge and then running north. Ripon lines up and to correct.
Try the same thing the other side.
Yep, arm tackles. They're trying to bring him down. Takes a lot longer to do so, to corral him. He does get into Ripon territory now. That's our friend Harmsma.
Yeah, it's the same play, just coming to the left instead of the right that they ran the previous
That's
play.
something Stellmacher's known for also. I'm surprised more coaches don't do that, especially if you haven't stopped that play. And we did see that on their second-to-last touchdown drive where they just kept taking Butke off the left tackle down in the red zone. Stop us if you can, and they couldn't.
Right, exactly.
Okay, we got too tight. Power football, I formation, motion by going the other way, misdirection. Speaking of Butke, he got smacked. And that was Agamite, wrapped him up like a bear to start with, and he got reinforcements for our loss.
See where they're going to mark the forward proc. Oh, they're not going to turn around and give Ripon a good spot on that. They're going to say just a yard loss on that. I thought he was a little deeper in the backfield when he got him. Needless to say, it'll be a timeout here.
Yeah, and with that, hey, next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees, and end your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Ripon Area School District's mission is empowering learners, engaging community, and enriching the world. Ripon students follow this in early childhood programs, project-based charter schools, K through 12 engineering courses, strong fine arts offerings, extracurricular offerings at the start of college early entry program. Come experience what happens with excellence meets innovation.
So we got that all straightened out. It's going to bring up second and about 11 for the Berlin Indians. Ripon defense is in that 4-3. And we get a timeout called by Berlin.
That's kind of a
Coach
surprise.
Stellmacher. Well, I think he's got some other people in there. He's got a mix of starters and non-starters. And then when you do that,
confusion.
That invites a little confusion. And when you want clarity because you want to finish on a high note.
Exactly.
So, are you looking for a new career? Hey, the Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as a part-time team. Starting wage is over $20 an hour. Hey, full benefits effective day one and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Heck, Howard, I might have to go here, right? Apply online at www.smuckerscareers.com.
Celebrating 125 years of community banking, the natural choice to help with your financial growth. Helping make secure financial decisions for long-term stability of you and your family. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC.
Folks, if you can tell, our reading is a little little shaky in the
we
second
have no
half.
light.
It's the same thing as it was in Ripon. As it gets darker, we can't see it. We're going to have to come up with some idea.
Hey,
Second and 11, and now we get a flag. This has been a pretty well clean game by both ball clubs tonight with regards to penalties, but it's gotten a little shaky here in the fourth quarter.
This one will be against Berlin.
Ripon lining up in the neutral zone a couple of times, which they haven't done this season. And like you said, this one is against the host Indians. 26-0 with 6:11 left. It's been all Berlin from beginning to end, at least to this point.
So we'll turn around and see what Coach Stelmacher comes up with out of this timeout.
34 defense by Ripon, an odd number front as they run it off the left tackle to number 34. Speaking of non-starters, Ripon defense did their job corralling him for a marginal gain.
Looks like pretty much both teams are.
Isaiah Scott was that ball carrier.
Yep, they're throwing their second teams out there. Give them some time here with 5:50 to go in the ball game.
Keep moving with confidence on your long drive ahead. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Speaking of keep moving, Berlin goes straight down the middle and
yes,
picks
they do.
up a good 7-8 yards on that play.
You know, you're not going to do anything different. It's not like when we bring in the non-starters, we're going to go to misdirection,
right.
play action pass. You know, we're not going to go to Southern Veer. Nope, it's going to be
Same stuff.
Power football. They run downhill. They block extremely well across the line. And defensively, they attack. It's football. It's about tackling and blocking. They do it good each and every season, Berlin does. And there's pressure on the backup quarterback for Berlin, but he shook off the would-be tackler and threw a strike to the receiver that was 12 to number 15 for Berlin.
Yep. Very nice throw there under pressure and just threaded the needle.
Parker Hess, big name in Berlin area, Hess.
Speaking of drives, drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonuses up to $1,500. Apply in person at golamers.com/carriers.
And that was to Isaiah, the handoff again, Isaiah Scott. Yeah, that was a Hess to Bartle, that play before, 12 to 15. Nice job. Hess just being a sophomore, as is Bartle, it would be a junior. No, Bartle would be a freshman. Sophomore to freshman on that connection 2 plays ago. So we're looking at 2nd and 9. We're ticking it down to just about 4 minutes remaining. We got motion, quick pitch to the motion man. But Ripon doing a good job of playing the edge, dragged down from behind by, is it 84?
84.
For the Tigers. Great job.
Yeah, he came a long ways from the backside to get there. And
Jack Sozel,
yep.
Great job of dragging him down from behind. And I thought the Ripon defender holding the edge did a good job.
Stretching it out.
Yeah, if our man doesn't make that tackle, I think the DN for the Tigers would have been in good position to take care of business.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
He's going to roll out to the right. He wanted to pass. Now he's still going to look to pass and finds his target. Who it is again. What a great job that was. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. Hess to Bartle looks like a connection. Sophomore to freshman.
Oh, he's coming from this near side to us and then just floating across the middle of the field and finding spots out there.
Another Bartle. I had heard that the youngest of the Bartles, what is this, the 17th Bartle boy?
Got to be at least.
The old man back in the 80s, I think. Early 80s, that's when they went to state in basketball. Darn near went to state in football.
And just a power drive up the middle.
Isaiah Scott. Yeah, I've talked about this before. I took my son here back in the day when he was just a kid. And they played Milton. Winner was going to go to state, and it was a shootout in football. Had to be, 4,000 fans here?
Oh, easily.
Around the fence line. And it was just a great game. It's just, whoever was going to have it last. I hate that old expression, but that's how it worked out. It was true.
That's how it worked out, yeah.
2.5 minutes remaining. Berlin on a drive here with their non-starters, looking to run it off the left edge, forced back into the center, though, where the defensive pursuit for the Tigers pretty much clams up that play.
Makes it 3rd and 8 for the Indians, and they'll be content to take a little time off the clock.
2:22 remaining and ticking.
So here we go.
Wow. There's their formation as we see Hess sprinting out. This time he is brought down, finally. I say finally because he's been able to evade 4 would-be tacklers in this drive.
Well, he's got a good first quick step, and that gets him to the outside.
He doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones, you can tell, but he's tall and he's lanky, kind of like Ichabod Crane with a helmet. But let me tell you something. This kid's going to fill out, and he's probably going to be doing serious damage on the basketball court too, I'll bet.
You would almost have to think. Clock winding down here as we're approaching 1:20.
Dave Johnson's let me know he knows the Bartles. Growing up in Berlin, they were neighbors. Small town, everybody knows everybody, right?
Yep. Rolls to the opposite side.
Yeah. And he's looked into his target, picked off. What a great defensive job.
Number 2 out there for the Tigers.
What a nice job. What great coverage. He turned. I mean, that's a training film right there. He turned just perfectly when he knew when to look, get position on the intended receiver, inside out, and then made the interception catch.
And don't see him on the...
No. Maybe it's not a 2. I just can't see that number. Is it a 6?
6 it is, must be.
6 or an 8. I hate that.
These numbers are horrible.
Might be.
Number 8, I'd say Dazinski.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Hey, Dazinski, sorry to get that wrong. We just can't see these numbers.
No, they are horrible. Going around the end there. Picks up about 9 yards for the carry there as we are under a minute to go.
And 51 seconds remaining. We get a timeout, it would appear. Ripon coach calls his team to come on over as he talks to his quarterback. Same situation of a week ago against Kiel. Ripon looking for something good to happen before they get back on that bus and head down Highway 49.
Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisor, Greg Dagalovich, at 121 Watson Street, or Shade Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac Street. Learn more. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon. Here we go. It's 2nd and 1. Ripon with the straight snap back and then a handoff off the right edge, and he's going to get out to the 25-yard line of Ripon. 42 seconds in ticking. Ripon in a hurry-up mode here. Referees are obliging them. They're moving the chains, and now they start up the clock again.
They started the clock before the chains were even set.
Yeah, you're right. That's why it's a rivalry game. Quarterback keeper on the fake handoff. Great stiff arm, stepped out of bounds just before the first down marker. No, he stepped out of bounds, so the clock should not be ticking.
He
it's
said
still
he
ticking.
didn't. Yep.
Well, we could see right below us that I thought he did. Hey?
Yeah, that's what I'd look like. But
Yeah. Well, doesn't matter at this point what we think, I guess.
They should ask us once in a while.
Here we go.
Last play of the game.
Yep. Looks left, comes back to the right, still has the ball, going to throw way deep. It's going to be a jump ball. Perkins wanted to get it. 0 on the clocks.
Nice throw by Struby, though.
Yeah, the defender falls. Perkins got turned around. That's going to end the game. Final score is going to be 26-0. Berlin pitching the shutout over their arch rival Tigers of Ripon. And, we got to give Jason Mansmith credit, right? Working the board.
Biggie on the board.
Biggie on the board, a.k.a. Mr. Smalls. Good job. Chris Jones adjacent to us, along with Cole Gregney. Those two guys doing all the technical work. They get here, 3-4 days before the game?
Usually about that to set up.
Just making all the connections, and they don't eat, which is amazing to me. And then you and me and Casey on the sideline doing all the camera work.
Yep, great crew. I really enjoy working with everybody here, and wish we had better news for you tonight, but the Tigers go down in defeat to Berlin 26-0.
Ripon College tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
said?
6 o'clock. It's a different start. Normally there's always 1 o'clock. It'll be 6 o'clock. You can turn around and catch that on Midwest Conference TV, or tune in to the Wave and catch it out there, your hometown broadcasting.
Yeah.
For Marty Ernzer, myself, Howard Hansen, glad to have you along, and wish we had better news, but till next week, Marty, we'll be at home.
Yep.